Hey Grizzlies, welcome to KZZKs.com, Artist in Studio Profile. I'm Sean, your host of Grizz Afternoons. Today we get up close and personal with Wayland out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. These are the four guys that constitute Wayland, our Grizz Studio Artist of the Day.
I'm Mitch. Next to me is Phil. Next to him is Dean Pizzazz. And next to him is Tyler on the percussion and tumbler.
I always feel bad for drummers, Tyler, because these guys get to bring in their guitars and everything else, and then you end up with like
What's wrong
maybe
with
a
tambourine,
bongo
bro?
or a tambourine or something. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's just not showcasing the wide variety of your skills.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, well, that's what you said to her too. And we'll see Before we get into the live performance, it'll be a preview of what's going on tonight at the State Room. State and 8th in Quincy. Doors are at $8. $5 get you in for the all-ages show. You have to be 21 to hit the bar, but they'll get that all sorted out while you're there. A few questions. I opened this up a little bit to social media, and there's some things I want to know as well. And the first thing on everybody's mind is, of course, you guys have made your name by touring. You spent over 300 days on the road in the last 2 years.
Well, this fall will be 3 years straight.
Now, what's
300
that
days
like?
a year. We're coming up on 900 days in the last 3 years.
That's true.
What's it like to spend that many nights on the road?
What's it not like?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're in it like the way that we are, and you just don't know anything different. So, I mean, we're not doing it to set a record or to prove anybody wrong or right. This is just what we love to do, and this is kind of what we've found we have to do to make a living and to do what we want, you know, and to do it our way, and it, you know, this is just the only reality that we've known for a while. So it's just, yeah, it's a beautiful thing. We love it, man.
We hear a lot of bands, especially bands a little bit that have been in it for a while, complaining or not being able to adjust to not having as many downloads on iTunes now that people are going to things like Spotify or YouTube for music, which is, you know, instead of sitting around and crying about that, we've just put our focus elsewhere. And
you might as well just download Spotify.
Yeah.
Okay, well that actually leads me into my next question, which you guys have adapted this track of developing the song, getting it to where you want it to be, and then releasing almost everything as singles. Is that on purpose, or are you guys going to kind of collect them into an album? Is there an overarching philosophy?
That's been what we've been doing, because we write a song, like we'll write a song on Wednesday, we'll start playing it in the set on Friday. And so we'll play it for 3 or 4 months, because we're not, again, touring as much as we do, we don't stop and take 4 months to record a record. We just grab 3 days in Atlanta when we can, or 3 days in LA when we're there, or maybe a day in Denver, whoever will loan us a studio for a couple days. And so when we get a song, you know, a lot of our people that follow Wayland will already know a song for 6 months, because we've been playing it live before it gets released. And they all kind of smell like the road before they hit the studio.
Well, Phil, that's a great point. All the towns that you mentioned along those stops are all renowned as musical havens. They all have studios for you. Is that kind of when you book some of your trips so that you can get some studio time?
We try to, but you know, we're like, you know, again, we're like the poverty welfare band. So we'll like, you know, so like, hey, can we use your studio? We're going to be in LA for 3 days. And they're like, yeah, definitely. You know, plan on it. We'll book a whole run around it. You know, get our way all the way out to LA, and then of course someone that actually wants to pay for the studio books it, and then we
they've got it from 1 to 9 tonight. So if you guys want to get in there around
midnight till 4 in the morning, don't touch anything.
Don't touch anything, and maybe there'll be an engineer.
Yeah, that's literally how our last 3 years have been recording. But we do have a bunch of songs compiled, and we think we need about 10 more days in a studio somewhere to really finish up an album.
Wayland, our guest in the Grizz Studio this afternoon. All right, guys, I got one more question I want to ask, but we're going to do the song first. This is another one of our favorites here on the Grizz staff. It's Reno, and this is Wayland live in the Grizz Studio.
One more time for me. Hey. It's no Las Vegas, no Atlantic City. The streets are dirty and the girls are cocaine pretty. I'm put it on black when there's no place left to go. There's only one road in and one road out. One road in and one road out of Reno. One road in, one road out. Gonna bury my sin in this desert town. Sad in pocket, come on, make it rain. I can't stay alive in this long train. No Las Vegas, no Atlantic City. The streets are dirty and the girls are cocaine pretty. Put it all on back when there's no place left to go. There's only one road in and one road out. One road in and one road out of Reno. I grew up hard and faded rough. My mama said, boy, enough's enough. Now I swear, little sister, I'm coming back with you. Gonna do everything that coming out to do. No Las Vegas, no Atlantic City. The streets are dirty and the girls are cocaine pretty. Put it all on back when there's no place left to go. There's only one road in and one road out. One road in and one road out of Reno. The streets are dirty and the girls are cocaine pretty. Put it all on back when there's no place left to go. There's only one road in and one road out. One road in and one road out. One road in and one road out. One road in and one road out of Reno. Out of Reno. No Las Vegas, no Atlantic City. One road out of Reno. And the girls are cocaine pretty. One road out of Reno. Back when there's no place left to go. One road out of Reno. Yeah.
That's our KZZK.com in-studio artist profile of Wayland. Thanks to Mitch, Dean, Philip, and Tyler. We'll have those guys back again soon. I'm Sean, your host of Grizz Afternoons. Join us again on KZZK.com for another Grizz artist in the studio.